Dude, kids, my foot, dude. I want to play this game like right now.
Yeah, no.
I want to smoke you in the face with a dodgeball so bad I can't even stand it right.
You are watching Mix of the Round.
Welcome, my name is Strino, and with me today is a man who plays DPS no matter what character he selects. Woo-pow!
Is that a hit toward the Overwatch video? Is that what that is? Are you butthurt because I got kills and you sit there and died like a little bitch?
I'm still bitter over the fact that I could have took the guy if I could have got a heal, but no.
Dude, I was eliminating the threat so you could survive.
Yeah, you forgot about the other 5 people that were targeting me in that grab bomb.
That's why I backed up. That's why I got the hell out of there.
He was like, nope, sorry, Strino. I'm getting me a kill and I'm leaving.
Yep. Grenade, back up, get the hell out of there.
All right, there is a really big week this week, and I was thinking, 14 games. I don't know what to say about all of them, but then I watched and done some reviews on some of them, and man, it looks like they got the complete package. I mean, there's literally something for everybody.
There's everything from action RPG to perverts to everything. It pretty much covers the whole gamut.
Yeah. I mean, out of these 14 games, I mean, it's probably a year's worth of gaming there. Just.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
So we ready for this?
Yes. Now this first one that's coming up, and I hadn't started the.
That's what I'm talking about.
When I was 14, I remember playing this. You
would.
But it was over at a friend's house. Okay, let's start the video, and then they'll know what we're talking about.
Okay.
First up is Leisure Suit Larry. And this one, I'll let you finish the title.
No. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. You sucker. Wet dreams dry twice. That is so bad. So bad. Well, as you can imagine, folks, this is definitely a comedy game. It's a point and click comedy, and the people even say that it's like a comedy in the most perverted sense.
Yes, it's definitely a non-apologetic comedy game here. But Leisure Suit Larry's been around since I was a teenager, and it was one of those things that, you felt like an outlaw for playing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or, you played it and you're like, hey, you guys gotta see this game. This is hilarious. But, the good thing is there's a demo on Steam. If you get a PC and you got a Steam account, download the demo and play it and let us know what you think.
Good for a laugh or two.
For sure.
All right, up next is Days Gone.
Ooh, man. This one probably should have been a featured title, to be honest, just because this game is so freaking good. I'm so glad it's coming to PC. It's been hot for PlayStation, PS4. It came out like 2019. But dude, this is like a fantastic survival horror game.
Yeah, it predates the
fantastic.
Pandemic, and it fits the pandemic.
Yeah, it's set 2 years after coronavirus, or no, just a global pandemic, I guess is going on. But anyways, it's great, man. There's all kind of weaponry. There's traps. You got your sweet motorbike that you get to mow people over with, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best action horror games I've played. And I played a bunch of them. I'm a big fan of Left 4 Dead, but I don't know. This one's right up there with Left 4 Dead for sure.
Man, that's good praise for it. I don't know. I'm not a zombie game guy.
I'm not either, dude, but this thing's got a good story. It's got some cool modes. It's worth a play, guarantee you.
Now, the next one is one that is right up my alley, Elite Dangerous, and this is the Odyssey expansion. And I mean, I love a good science fiction game, exploration game, and I just hadn't had the time to play it. I'm still working on No Man's Sky.
Oh, I get it, dude. Well, good luck with No Man's Sky. You'll never finish that game, but I mean, this game, dude, it's there's some cool planets to explore. It's kind of like No Man's Sky. Like, it's the visuals in the game. It's worth playing just for that alone. But the gameplay's great. You can kind of play your own way through the game, kind of go at your own pace, do your own kind of missions, and of course they call it contracts, but you can kind of do it at your leisure and how you want to do it. And dude, there's loads of content in this game. Great game.
Yeah, and the preview here's got Space Oddity by David Bowie playing, so it's got to be up to par if they're going to pull that off.
Dang right, dude. Absolutely.
Awesome.
But yeah, this is going to be a good one for sure. Anybody that loves a good sci-fi shooter, this is it.
Never Yield by Aerial Knights. It's a different take. It kind of reminds me of some of the older school games, the way you run through it, and it's
Sure.
like a parkour type.
Yes, sir. It's pretty much exactly what it is, and it's hard as shit from what I can tell. Of course, you like you said, side scroller type deal. You run, jump, slide, and dash, and you try to complete it quickest time ever. The biggest thing about this game, they say the soundtrack is just top notch.
And it's
as my kids would say, it's bussin'.
It's
bussin'.
That's a new one.
Bussin'.
Am I gonna have to start using that to be cool with the kids?
Bussin'.
Bussin'. But it's a short game meant to be played multiple times.
Sure.
And we've got another one coming up that's kind of like that, and I think that's neat because, sometimes you just want to go through a game.
Sure. You just need some casual play time, you get some time to throw in 30, 45 minutes. That's what you need.
Next one up is Backworlds. It's a puzzle game. For me, it kind of gets lost in the other puzzle games. I don't see it offering anything new and fantastic, but if you like the style of it, you don't have to have new and fantastic as long as the gameplay's solid.
See, I don't know, man. I think it's pretty cool. I love the way that it's built like on a paint, I guess you could call it, platform, and the way you can change the god dang, what am I trying to say? Dimensions, I guess, but it's multi-dimensional. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you can tell by watching the trailer here, it's got some cool stuff.
Next up is the Grand Casino Tycoon.
Sir.
Yeah, I mean, if you like Tycoon games, I think this one would suit you.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, it's what you'd expect from a Tycoon game. You design it, you host these fancy parties, try to get people to come and take all their money. So,
yeah, I like
typical casino.
I like the part of it where it's like you cater to the high rollers. Like this high roller here, he looks like Austin Powers. I mean, dead knockoff for him, but
yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, you cater to them, get them drunk, and get them to spend their money.
Absolutely. So it's kind of like real life brought to the PC. Yeah, it's got some good modes though. It's got a good campaign. It says it's got a good sandbox mode. It's got all kind of objects in here, like games for as tables and machines and poker and whatnot. So it's got a little bit of everything for everybody.
And speaking of novelty games, Just Die Already. Kicked out of a trashy.
I love it, man.
Kicked out of a trashy retirement home, and it's your chance to get revengeance on everybody that needs it.
This is great, dude. I mean, you can pretty much do anything. It's got that ragdoll effect to it. I don't think you can die, and it's made by the same people who brought us Goat Simulator, so they've got a good sense of humor, man.
I don't know.
The whole objective is to do missions to build up enough. I don't know if it's money or whatever it is, but I think it's enough reward to get to a proper retirement home.
It's a co-op game. You can play with friends online and stuff, but woo pal, we've got other things to do. We've got other games to play.
And this whenever I get old and my kids put me in a retirement home, I'm gonna be that old man that like wheels myself in the hallway and takes a big shit and just sits there and just enjoys the moment. That's gonna be me. Just saying.
Lacuna, interactive crime 2D game. Ask questions, collect evidence, and find the truth.
Yes, sir. Another one of those 2D story-driven games. There's been a lot of these lately.
There
a lot of these indie titles like this.
The last 3 months we've been covering these. I don't know, 5 or 6 of them.
Oh yeah, seems like there's one every week. But I mean, I know what you mean. There's probably a couple a month. But this is another one of those, like you said, another detective crime-driven story mode, collect evidence kind of games.
Yeah, and if
it's 2D.
You like it, it gives you another option.
Yeah, I don't know much to say about these kind of games. Yeah. This is not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And if you don't
I can't say much about it because I never played it.
And I hadn't got into the storyline. I'm sure it's interesting. And if you like it, there it is.
Do that.
This one is Mayhem in Single Valley. And at first I thought this was going to be one of those love games you love so much. But apparently that's not the gist of it at all.
No, it's not, jerk. Not at all. It's a Pretty cool puzzle platformer. Does have a demo on Steam, so I love getting to have a demo so you can kind of jump out there and check stuff out, kind of before you get going. But basically, you're trying to save the world, which is most every game, really.
Yeah.
But got a lot of cool creative puzzles and stuff to solve. It's got a cool visual to it, so something to look at for those who like those kind of games.
A bird and cage. This is the other one that can be consumed in a few hours.
Yep.
Really interesting take on a game. It uses kind of like heavy metal music or just rock music to drive the storyline, and it looks interesting.
It does look pretty interesting, and I think the story is what's really going to sell this game, because it's basically I think you actually play as like a drug addict and you're trying to escape a physical and a mental prison, basically. And the music just kind of sets that eerie kind of tone for it a little bit. So the music's supposed to kind of guide you through your trauma and whatever you're trying to go through. So I think this could be a pretty solid game right here, man. Like you said, it's meant to be played like in a couple hours, maybe an afternoon or something. But I could see this game being pretty immersive.
Yeah, you're playing as a drug addict trying to escape both mental and physical prisons.
Yeah, I think, of course, it's mature audience only. I think there's some pretty wicked stuff in there, but I think that's to be understood.
Metopia. I think this is mature too.
Yeah, you bet. Golly. I feel like the Wii all over again when I seen this.
Yeah. Can you play DPS in this? I bet Woo-Pow can find a way to play DPS in Metopia.
Your me characters are about to clam up, and guess who the star
Anyways, comedy adventure, as you can imagine. Play with your friends and family. Customize your me however you want it to be.
You can customize the entire village in this game.
True. That is true, sir.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. I mean, I think what they're really going for is play with your friends and family.
Right, yeah.
Got to get everybody together and have a good time, pick your class, and go do whatever the hell it is you do in this game.
It kind of makes me think they're trying to capture some of that Animal Crossing kind of target market.
Could be. But everybody loved the Mii's, man, back in the Wii days, so it's pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Yeah, but you still look like you, so.
So
Puzzle Bobble VR Vacation Odyssey, the second Odyssey in this week's releases, but Puzzle
Yeah.
Bobble, this game, or the franchise, I remember it when I was a kid, and I just absolutely loved that it was one of those games that wasn't near as stressful as like Castlevania or Ghouls and Goblins.
No.
I mean, so I really enjoyed this as a kid. It was something that I could play, and now that it's in VR, it really looks cool. It looks like a fun time.
Yeah, it does.
And
I'm surprised it's only coming out for the Oculus Quest, but
yeah, that is kind of surprising.
it reminds me of like a bunch of those mobile games that you see like this, like not necessarily like Candy Crush, but there's a lot of those bubble pop games on mobile. So, this one you can play with friends though too. So
yeah, but
it's multiplayer.
Bubble Bobble is the king of that.
I agree, sir.
I
agree.
We've got some features coming up, some big titles. Are you ready for this?
Sir. Dude, I'm pretty pumped for one of these.
What about the new graphics? You pretty pumped about the new graphics?
Dude, it's bussin'.
Bussin'.
No cap. It's slapping.
Knockout City. Okay, this kind of reminds me of the Splatoon series that's been popular here recently, and I love this take on dodgeball. It looks really cool and really fun.
Man.
These are the kind of games that you buy for your kids, and you're like, hey, go enjoy and do whatever. It looks like just a good time without a bunch of the gratuitous sex and violence.
Dude, kids, my foot, dude. I want to play this game like right now.
Yeah, no.
I want to smoke you in the face with a dodgeball so bad I can't even stand it right now.
Yeah, but I mean, still, yeah, it looks like it's good for the whole family, and you don't have to cringe at some of the players' accessories, etc.
True. And it's coming out for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, coming out for everything. So, I mean, you can play with friends. I'm pretty sure it's crossplay too, which is great.
Yeah, I think it is complete crossplay. So, I mean, just everybody get on there.
Who does not? Yes, like a good dodgeball game, man. You can imagine getting some people together and playing this. This be a good time right here.
And the best thing about these cross platforms is everybody can go to the room and grab on a console, computer, and you can play it as a family, but be comfortable in your own environment.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know much about this game, man, until it popped up on our list, and I was like, dude,
Oh yeah,
where's this been? It's like dodgeball and parkour had a love child, and now we have Knockout City.
yeah. I mean,
I love it.
it's really cool. And like you said, it surprised me when I saw it. I was like, I haven't heard nothing about it. You know, I looked at it. First instinct was it reminds me of the graphics and the play style of that Splatoon. But
I got it.
but at the same time, you know, it looks like it brings on its unique game features, the different balls that do different things as you
Right.
throw them. The whole thing really looks like it's put together well and well thought out.
If it looks as good, if it plays as good as it looks, like I could see this possibly being an esport, man.
Yeah, being
I
the
don't know why. Maybe it's Rocket League and stuff that kind of makes me think of this, but I could see this really becoming a team sport esport.
yeah being simple game mechanics that are complex to master. It does fall
Right.
in line with that kind of thinking, you know.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be awesome. I would love to get me and you and some of our friends. Like, I don't know, man. It would be cool if we could get like everybody on the same page, like Keefy and Sega Blocks and Heaps and some of those guys.
Team
That'd be a lot
Strino
of
versus
fun.
Team Woo Pow, and I'll throw that dodgeball at you.
Ooh, okay, old buddy.
Rust.
Yes,
You
sir.
start out naked. This is the second game of the week that features nudity as its primary.
you know, it is what it is. You got to catch their attention somehow.
Survival game. And, you know, you
Yes.
always started out with the loincloth. I guess these guys thought it'd be cool to ditch the loincloth. Whatever. But it looks
Hey, man.
it looks neat. It's a single city. They didn't try to take on the whole world. So you're trying to survive in the city of Rust, and it's post-apocalyptic.
Yes, sir. And it came out for PC like in 2018, early 2018. And man, it gets extremely positive reviews on Steam.
I was thinking it looked a little
I-
familiar.
Oh yes, sir. Excuse me. It's been out for a few years, of course, but it's MMO, and it's PvP and co-op, so you can kind of do both, a little bit of both if you want to, and you kind of build up your base, and you start, like you said, obviously with nothing, and you work your way up as you move through the game. And dude, you talk about a survival game that's tough. This is one of them right here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many survival games out there right now. I've only got time for
Yeah.
the ones or twos that I neglect on my PC. But
Sure.
there's definitely an audience for this, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of our viewers that are excited about this title.
Yeah, for something about it, it kind of reminds me of Ark. And my kids love Ark. They play it all the time. And it's not got any dinosaurs in it, but it kind of reminds me of that play style and that kind of look to it. But, my kids like Ark just because same principle. You start out with Jack Squat, and you kind of got to go around and collect stuff and build yourself up and build up your bases. And
Right.
of course, those little jack wagons, they cheat. I mean, they found cheat codes to master the game. So they're that way.
Yeah, they're gonna find the shortcut. But I'm not gonna lie, I
Yeah.
use the Konami code a lot, especially in Contra.
Oh, dude, I had a Game Genie back in the day, and the book.
That's right.
You better believe it. I mean, I still make fun of them though. I pretend like I beat every game the good old fashioned way and lie to them. But
Yeah, you didn't
whatever.
fly over the boat levels in Super Mario 3.
Yeah, seriously, that's a good one.
That was like the handiest thing about the Game Genie was those stupid ghost
Yeah.
ships.
True that.
Hey, look,
But Rust
Yeah.
is coming out for PlayStation, Xbox on the 21st of May. So if you played it on PC, now you can play it on console. And if you hadn't played it, you need to. It's a good one.
all right, a lot of game releases this week. I mean, there's just so much that we just went over. 14 games in all.
It was a lot, man. It was a lot.
I need a glass of
But
water.
this week, you need a glass of water.
Yeah, I need a glass of water. Can you hand me one?
Yeah, you're weak. Weak. No, hey, what I do want to throw out, I want to throw out one of our subscribers, one of our favorite channels we watch. I'll put a link in the description to him as well. But Jordy Slasher Gaming,
Jordy Slash
Great dude.
Gaming. Yes, sir.
yes sir, great dude, man. He's got some cool stuff on his channel. Like right now, he's going through some of his Sega. What's he going through? His Sega Mega Collection.
Yes, sir.
But dude, he's legit. He's got a great collection of stuff. He's got some great videos. He's a great dude. Like I said, we'll leave his description below. Check out his channel, guys. He's one of our friends, and he deserves some respect for sure.
Definitely. I think, as the kids would call it, his channel is bussin'.
Oh, you know, in my house, I hear the word bussin' and slapping and capping and all this other stupid shit. And I've just come to the realization that the more I say it to them, the less cool it gets. And maybe they'll stop saying it and actually use the correct word. So that's what me and my wife do. We just walk around. We'll be like, hey, that's slapping, or that dinner was bussin'.
It's a great plan. It's a great plan.
I think so.
You know, I think my daughter, though, I think she lives in the 90s, because like some of the words she throws out there, I'm just like, seriously, that's sick and banging. I'm like, you've been around your dad too long.
Well, she's been around you too long anyways. I agree with that part.
All right.
But anyways,
I hope you found this video busting, and if you could, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. That would be great. Check out our cards at the end here. We have a really good time bringing these to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll leave a card for Jordy too. We'll leave his channel on a card as well. So that's a good idea. But yep, thanks again, guys. Another good video. I'm calling it a good video, whether anyone else thinks it is or not. So
fair enough.
Other than that, guys, have a great week.